Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I think it's Thursday, based on when I'm maybe having this go live. We are here to talk about the Fire Emblem Heroes Mythic banner. Is it a double-double? Probably. Are we going to be excited? Maybe. Do I know who's on it? Kinda. So let's go over that now. This is what we know for January. Okay. I like also how it forms like an L. See it? It's just an L. It's funny. I also appreciate that it is relatively uniform. That's neat. I like that a lot, actually. As far as colorless goes, colorless is pretty solid. As a Golvik fan, I do not acknowledge that it is a hit or miss. And instead, I acknowledge that it is an absolute banger of a color share. Now, that said, I still don't have the man made of bark. I don't have Tree Guy, so I don't know that I've really missed him. But getting another Lear copy would be cool if that were to happen. If, were I to get a Golvik, I would just pop her in barracks, wait for that remix, do a full team of Mythic Golviks. Green. Let's talk about green. Green is probably the least complicated. No matter what happens, it's probably going to be bad. Robin's old. He's an old man now. Okay. Anyone older than like 8 months in this game from debut, out to pasture. Okay. Now that said, the upcoming options that we have, it's going to provide more context as to why that color share is probably not going to be the greatest for you. Blue, it already has Celica. That's a dub. And then obviously Neathogre also in red. As much as I hate to admit it, also kind of a dub. Even though she's super annoying and difficult to play around most times. Healthy game state. This is the upcoming batch that we have. Okay. You can see we've got the Engage banner there, featuring Marin, Tamara, and Fagado. We've also, beyond that, got the Three Houses banner that also has Dagger, Ash, and Marianne as well. And then the rest of the stuff doesn't really matter because they're not showing up yet. But I do have it updated through the January new heroes featuring Brigid. So take that in as you would like to. Obviously, blue only really has like one shot. Like, unless it is in fact a double mythic and both of those mythics are blue, you are getting a Tamara. That's just happening, okay? Make peace with that. And if that is the reality and it's not a double blue mythic banner, you're looking at a color share between her and Celica, which is okay. Times Pulse Echo and Celica Ring in the same 1 in 3. That's crazy. And on top of that, I mean, you're pretty much guaranteed to have a blue mythic. If not 2, certainly just the 1. So, new mythic, Times Pulse Echo, Tamara, Emblem Ring, Celica. That is beyond an insane value. Worth sniping on alone. Straight up. Okay. In contrast, green. That's not to say that the green bow boys down here aren't holding their own. But I mean, when you look at the versatility that the rest of the banner might kind of offer, green is falling a little flat. Obviously, if you really like the character or whatever, you should go for that. That is the main point, right? The reason they have so many characters in the game, the reason we get like 12 to 14 new characters a month is, you know, they know that people like specific characters. That's the point. They're appealing to micro fan bases within the fan base. So, pull for who you want, obviously, but green at this stage in the year 2025, I don't know. Given that Fagato and Asher pull standard banner options anyway, they're not limited in any capacity. They will inevitably, if the game continues long enough, be in arena ticket pool at some point, right? Like down the road. I don't know. I don't know what it's worth. Not only that, but more than likely, their banners will also likely get Forging Bonds reruns at some point. Because I feel like the Tamara Reagan combo, as well as the Dagger Marianne combo, like that's pretty strong. So there's a good chance it is going to get exceptionally difficult and competitive for those to win. By the way, but we're not focused on sad things right now. Now we're not focused on sad things at the moment, okay? And instead, we're going to look at red, which has the most kind of variability for the most part. Number one, we don't know that it's a double mythic. So it could just be the one mythic. And if it is the one mythic, then it's blue, which means you have two possible options from the upcoming pool going into red. One of them is almost undoubtedly going to be Marin. Okay. The other one could either be Marianne or Dagger. And Marianne being a rearmed option, Dagger being an aided hero. No one's overlapping with Tamara, who is an attuned option, right? So I don't think they would put 3 limited options on this banner. So I think you'd definitely be looking at Marin plus either Dagger or Marianne. In addition to that, if it is a double mythic and it's not a double blue mythic, then you have the potential of one of them being red, which is what I kind of have laid out here. Now I just have Marianne there. Could also be Marin. Could also be Dagger. I have said this like 8 times already, but I just want to get it clear. That spot is very rotationally optioned. Everything else on the banner, not so much. Blue is basically a lock, again, unless it's a double blue mythic. Because there's literally, after Tamara, there's literally nothing up until the current banner to fill in for blue. Unless they pull something like a limited option from blue and put it there. They could do that out of nowhere. They could do that, right? But like, given what we have, I think blue is pretty much a lock. I think green is probably a lock as well. They could jump ahead a bit, maybe. But then you'd be double stacking like multiple, like beyond 2 limited options. Because you got to have a potential limited option in red. This, I think, makes the most sense, is what I want to say. I think green is basically just kind of a throwaway. Colorless, if you are not a Gothic fan, is likely going to be kind of a toss-up situational type deal. Blue is just probably going to be utter perfection. And then red is probably pretty good regardless. You've already got Neath Ogre. You have the potential of another mythic in that red position. And then, you know, 2 out of 3 chances for another red filler to be another limited option in the form of either Marianne or Dagger. So I think in general, red is also very good. Were I to rank things based on what I have over there now, I would say blue, red, colorless, green. That is the order in which you probably want to prioritize most things. If you're just paying attention to versatility that the banner can offer you. Okay. Now, as far as mythics go, I'm not necessarily making a prediction. However, I will throw up a couple options for the funsies of it. Sown, Athos, I've been talking about them for a long time. If you go back far enough on my channel, you will see Athos in like mythic thumbnails from like, I don't even know, probably like 2019, 2020, something like that. It's been a minute. So take with that what you will. Sown would also be dope. We just got a new Laguz tier 4 skill, right? What is it? Laguz. We're not friends. We're loyal. Laguz loyalty or something. I don't remember what it was. It's the speedy version of Laguz friend now. So maybe that's, I don't know. Mythic Sown would be so sick. He would be. And then there's also a heroes option. I'm throwing one in there as well. Neithior, whatever his name is. I don't know. It's Nertha's brother. Freyr and Freya's dad. Why not? The rest of the family's already in the game. Why not put him in there as well? Not pictured Fafnir, I guess, if you want a dark horse pick. He seems, given his storyline, more of a legendary type pick, but who's to say? Anyway, that's what I've got for you. Okay. It's a pretty straightforward banner with a little bit of variability in red. I would say this is a relatively safe bet to go off of. I know there are a ton of banners out right now. So it is always best to just wait and see what the actual banner looks like, which hopefully won't be too long, and you will know very soon. Anyway, that is it for me. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your view. I appreciate your time. And I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.